Well, it's July and it's the Pacific Northwest, which means it's time for the Gambler 500. Now, Recoil has been doing the Gambler since before it was cool, starting out with our fire truck, 1960 Seagrave pumper, and ending up with our 85 Toyota minivan parked over there. This year, however, we're doing something a little bit different. We've invited 3 teams in from the firearms industry to come and share the love. They've got 48 hours to get in here, find a car, prep it for the Gambler, do the event, and then drink a whole lot of beer with us. It's going to be a lot of fun, there's going to be a lot of heartache, and there's going to be a lot of beer drinking too. So join us, stick around. Recoil provided shop accommodations for the teams to share, and the SIG team even trusted us to provide them with a car to start with. Be prepared to be wowed. I mean, it's not often you see something like this for the Gambler 500, and no, it's actually that one. Team SIG, welcome to Gambler headquarters. Here is your vehicle. It's got, everything you need in order to be a Gambler vehicle. I mean, it has cop car rear seats, so you can cuff and stuff people. You have pine cones. Yeah, I think it'll kind of run. It's got a little bit of pre-damage, so you don't need to worry about hitting things. Oh, we're in. The work begins.
Where's the tire mounting equipment?
Not sure. You can tell a lot about a car from the contents of its trunk. SIG brought a professional racing driver, so we'll give them 10 points for cheating.
I'm Billy Johnson. I'm a professional race car driver for Ford, and here for the Gambler 500 for my first time. I grew up in off-road, so it's kind of going back to my initial roots. It was great to see that the car was a Ford, a Crown Victoria. I like to see it's rear-wheel drive. I like to see a V8 in there, so all those are positive, but this example is not the most prime example of a Crown Victoria. There's definitely a lot of work to do to make sure that it's capable off-road. I have no idea what's in store, what kind of hurdles, what kind of off-road terrain that we're going to have to traverse, but right now we're putting on some awesome Grabber X3s from General Tire. Problem with that is trying to fit them.
Mike, we're going to see if it starts. Hey! That's a win.
This morning when you got in and you saw your vehicle for your first time, what were your impressions of your vehicle?
Needed some work. Thankfully, I had vinyl decals printed up before we got out here, so we can replace some of the stuff that's on there.
What do you think are going to be the major problems you're going to encounter?
Good question. I don't know. As far as problems, it's an older car we have no experience with breaking down. We're going to get some tires mounted by the end of the day. We cut the fenders to fit those tires. That was a good portion of the morning. That was fun. So right now we're just welding the exhaust. Hopefully we'll be mechanically sound by the end of the day, and we can do paint and graphics tomorrow.
Okay, so what the hell are you doing here?
Well, he needed a volunteer. I was voluntold. And then I realized what the Gambler was, and I was like, oh, I'm in. So I'm really excited to get on the road. The build has been a lot of fun already. Then when we actually hit the road, really gonna start. I've got confidence in Billy's capabilities as a driver. Clearly he knows what he's doing. He's pretty much take this thing apart and put it back together. So if anything bad happens, flats, broken exhaust, I don't know. Maybe getting stuck in a mud pit, that could be the worst of it. I've never seen anything like this before up in New England. I typically see guys go off mudding in dirt trails, and they're in overland rigs and well prepared for it. So, everything's going great, don't worry about that.
Hey kids, wear gloves when using a cutting wheel. Well, gentlemen, you're up against 2 other teams in this little challenge that we have going. Noveske, I have no idea where those guys are. I do have a know where Salient Arms are.
Got to get in there, Cody.
Get in there, Cody.
Doing the same thing he's doing.
This one this morning broke down at 6 in the morning when we were on our way to the Gambler. All right, go ahead and lower it down.
And they are also building a Crown Vic. How confident are you at this point that you guys are going to kick ass?
Really confident.
I think we have some good parts on our car, so it should perform better than theirs.
It's day 2 of the Gambler 500, and we're here in beautiful sunny Portland, Oregon. I have no idea where Salient is. We have no idea where Noveske is. However, Sig are busy behind me.
We found some rub spots, so we're finishing cutting up the fender wells, and then we're going to make this thing pretty.
Well, we got a text from the guys at Salient saying that they were somewhere in the desert. They have got their vehicle moving, however. You know, when we issued this challenge, we expected people to cheat and to probably take advantage of the fact that you could actually go find a vehicle and locate it, start building on it ahead of time. We didn't quite expect them to have this level of difficulty in actually getting here. So it remains to be seen whether or not the rest of the guys are actually going to show up. Noveske, still no idea where those guys are, but Sig, however, they're still turning wrenches.
So the trans oil is low. It's probably why they had so much transmission fluid or empty bottles in the car.
At 11 a.m., Salient showed up with their boat. Or is it a car? Or is it a boat?
This thing's registered, by the way, and insured. Got license plate. Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, the car underneath here is 500 bucks. The boat was 200 bucks, okay? The rest is blood, sweat, and tears.
That is all very much in the spirit of the gambler.
So we had to make a bumper just in case we ever hit anything. It's actually safe, so it's engineered right, and that just breaks away. So if it rolls, we're all dead.
They've clearly been working on this for more than 48 hours, so we'll give them 10 points for cheating. Here it comes.
Are you guys intimidating yet?
And I'm here with Adrian Chavez from Salient Arms.
We're 3 vehicles in, not including the one we're sitting in. We had a brand new car blow up its engine on the way out here. It was a new truck.
All right.
If I didn't have the best crew in the world, we'd probably be still in Vegas trying to figure out how we're going to get here. When we concepted this project, we had every idea from putting an airplane on a car, putting a helicopter on a car, and what it really came down to is what was available on Craigslist. I mean, I don't know if we're going to make it through the whole 500 miles, but we're going to do it in style. I mean, let's put it this way. Hands down, my crew's the shit, so we'll come up with something.
Work continues for both teams, and both cars are shaping up to be real head turners. And Noveske finally shows up with 3 modified cars and a recovery vehicle. So 30 points for cheating goes to them.
We started with 6 and there's only 4 left.
You're gambling, baby.
That's right.
Well, dude, what time do you call this?
It's about 2 o'clock or 6 o'clock.
So we're almost at the end of day 2 of the Gambler 500 build, and Team Noveske have just shown up. And actually they've shown up with some pretty magnificent vehicles.
We got a AMC Javelin. Wait, what year Mustang do we have? 96. There's a Crown Vic back there. Well, we started about noon. He turned on the AMC and it turned on, but then the starter kept going. So we didn't even get out of the parking lot. We had a giant American flag on the Crown Vic and the pole snapped.
I had to know more about their lead car.
This is what's left of a 72 AMC Javelin. We bought it out of a field out of, what was that, Fairfax? Yeah, we had minimal criteria. We were after like old muscle, classic, whatever, V8 rear wheel drive, and that was like about it.
Yeah.
Because you get, you know, the rear wheel drive V8 and gravel, it's just like Fishtail City the whole time.
Exactly.
Fun city.
Maximum fun.
The fact that it's from a dead brand in general, making parts even more inaccessible, that just made it more fun for us too.
The cooling system is holding up okay so far. But,
so really this embodies the entire spirit of the gambler. The gambler being, it's a gamble whether or not you're going to finish.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was a gamble whether we were going to get here or not. So.
So what do you think is going to be your biggest challenge getting this thing through the gambler the next 2 days?
Trying to survive the heat is probably going to be a big one. Just us, not even the car. Grab the air conditioner for him.
Yeah. This is what we've been using currently for AC.
This was Tyler's idea. I think we jacked this from Roadkill. So
yeah.
Give him a little hit there, Tyler.
Oh yeah. And that just...
All 3 teams are now in a rush to try and finish their cars for the 7 a.m. start time in the morning. Well, it's 0630 hours on launch day of the Gambler 500. Most of the teams have arrived. Team Sig's rolled in, Team Noveske are here with all their crew, and a bunch of OG gamblers here as well. However, Team Salient Arms, nowhere to be seen.
I'm pretty confident.
We haven't even launched yet.
So do you have any problems with the vehicle so far that you noticed on the road trip?
Yeah, so the transmission doesn't like second gear anymore. We noticed there were a bunch of transmission fluid bottles in the car, so we got a gallon. We were gonna drop the pan and do a filter change and everything, but
don't need that.
ran out of time.
It took mercy on us this morning, and the starter worked as it should.
So, well, where do you see your biggest problems lying this morning?
Possibly our engine grenading, anything grenading, rear end grenading, trans maybe. Our dipstick broke off in the block before we left, and we spent our time wisely putting stencils on the side of our car yesterday instead of actually fixing the dipstick that broke off.
Adrian, looks like you guys made it.
Well, it's just beginning. We'll see if we make it through the whole thing, but I'm confident. We got about 2 hours sleep, we're good.
So you got 2 hours of sleep last night. How many hours of sleep did you get the night before when you were driving up?
I wouldn't say we even got sleep. It was little cat naps in the car on the way here.
So you guys are pretty much running on empty
for the most part, yeah. Yep. But we're gonna make it. This is the easy part. It's our first year, so we're trying to have the most fun with it, get in the spirit of things, and hopefully show people how to do it.
The gamblers hit the highway, keeping Portland weird during the morning commute. As we headed south, everybody got familiar with their cars and the Oregon scenery. And maybe a little overheating on the hills.
I gotta tell you, this is some comfortable shit.
Salient hit the trails in especially high spirits. The going started to get rough when the team split up and hit the back roads. For instance, Sig had a small problem with dust.
We're getting a lot of dirt and dust coming up down the hole.
And Salient had a large problem with dust. Blinding dust, continuous dust, dust in the air, more dust in the car, dust in their shorts, dust on goggles, dust on the windshield. Just some more dust for good measure. Salient didn't let the occasional rough spot slow them down.
Oh, fuck. Oh, he just jumped. We want to make it there. We want to make it there.
No, we just got air!
That's fucking nuts.
Nice. They did not show any of this shit in the gambler video.
We caught air, big time, right over here. All our shit fell out, was hanging off the back. It was amazing.
We're giving points for trash pickup. However, we're going to deduct a point for this one.
Oh my god!
A tree or two wouldn't stop them either.
Come on, Paul Bunyan.
Hand it off.
But wait, what about the guys behind us?
They're on their own.
The bolt soldiered on through the rough and the dust. Eventually the dust was so bad, the only way to make progress was backseat driving.
Left?
Left. Start veering left. There you go.
Left some more?
Left. Go right. Okay, stay there.
There you go. Keep holding.
Keep going.
Dude!
Wow, we couldn't see one.
Literally. You guys are driving far.
Yeah. 300 feet. We made it. Woo! This is it.
Wait, look at that thing in the middle of the road.
What is that?
That's a badger. Am I dusty?
$5 points for trash pickup. Noveske wouldn't have a problem with the dust. They took the more traditional route of getting stuck.
Right up to it, goddamn giant hole.
And overheating.
It's at 225. Fuck. We'll get the Mustang out.
Yeah, can you hit me?
What's that? Keep coming.
but the Gambler's all about helping each other out, so it wasn't long before a classic Volvo came by and provided some pulling power.
I love the Volvo!
And after a few good tugs, the Mustang was out. And the AMC Javelin had cooled off. Noveske gets going again, but after miles of continuous washboard, the roads took their toll on the Javelin steering. But what a lovely spot to stop for repairs and collect bugs. Once things cool off again, they get back to work bringing it back together.
Steering was getting a little difficult. Then there was like a geyser coming up out of a reservoir, and then we saw that action, so that's also a thing. That's fine.
A minor inconvenience.
I felt it when I was coming up, probably due to vibration and the fact that we actually filled our car steering pump with fluid and actually had to like get up and do something. It sheared both mounting bolts off. I have a ratchet strap, like we might do both. I do one and then try the other. At this point it's like whatever will get this thing to stay here.
With the power steering pump rigged into place and a clean windshield, Noveske takes back to the trails, but a little bit slower than before. Fucking washboards. Meanwhile, Billy got to have a little rear-wheel drive fun in the hills with the Sig guys. Rougher roads slowed them down, but not for long. Sig's Crown Vic ran strong, and then it ran into electrical issues.
Oh fuck, we got a fan.
So our radiator fan has stopped working, so we're overheating. We're looking to see if it's a fuse, because it was working. 101 and 102 are the only ones that have anything to do with...
Yeah. Well, those are fine.
Yeah.
So, what's the plan? Trying to find if we have any wire to hot wire the fan directly to the battery, and so far we're not having any luck.
In the spirit of the Gambler, these guys helped him out.
You want a couple extra?
Thanks, guys. You guys are saints.
Oh yeah. Yes!
Woo!
You guys are awesome!
A little bit of ingenuity and fellow gamblers came together to get them going again. With a working radiator fan, Sig could mash the loud pedal and put some miles behind them.
The bike!
The bike.
Down branch? Yeah, we can make it. Oh crap, the bike!
1 point for trash pickup.
Looks like we're in Gambler Town.
Driving's done, and it's time for beer.
Oh yeah, we don't do that. The handle shot, put it back on.
How much dust did you collect today?
It's inside me.
Yes.
And when I mean inside me, not my mouth.
Nope.
The other end.
Yes. I think we were the underdogs
We were
in the
definitely
morning,
underdogs.
and today we're the contenders. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay? Ladies.
There's our fans over there.
Now, everybody failed to accurately track their off-road miles, which is cheating. So 10 points gets awarded to every team. By nightfall, all teams make it into Gambler Town.
Oh, hi. How's it going?
Good. You guys made it?
Yeah, in one piece.
The Gambler Town party was a parade of creativity. What happens in Gambler Town is covered in a layer of dust and smells like a wet hippie smeared with gear oil standing in a pool of beer. It's morning in Gambler Town, and the journey is still far from over. Leaving here on day 2, on Sunday we're going to be heading back towards Portland, We've got a couple of surprises though. We're going to head over to an OHV park and see how these vehicles perform on some trails which are only really fit for Jeeps. But like everything else with the Gambler, there are no rules and cheating is encouraged. There's probably about 6,000–7,000 people in this camp, and it's dirty, it's dusty, everybody stinks, the shitters are full, trust me, I know this. But still, it's such a fantastic atmosphere. Everybody just is getting along with everybody else, and you can't wait to start the rest of the day. Well, Mike, are you ready to roll? Are you rested?
As rested as can be. It gets a little rowdy here at night.
How the hell would you know? You slept in a fucking hotel last night.
I slept over by the train tracks last night.
What's going to happen is we are going to head north here, out of here, do a road move for about 4 hours, and then we're going to get to this off-road area, and it's awesome. A super peachy off-road area. You guys are going to be able to put your vehicle to the test, head-to-head against everybody else who's left. We don't know who's going to be left until they actually cross the start line this morning.
All right. That's how things are going this morning?
It's the spirit of the Gambler.
We just drove ours over to the boat. We're good to go.
Okay, awesome. All right, guys. Well, good luck today.
Thanks, Ian.
Cheers, mate. The remaining Noveske team is too close to home to risk the 4-hour journey north. So how did yesterday go for you guys?
It was good. It was a victory. We made it here, so it was a victory. We had some mild power steering pump issues, and nothing a ratchet strap and some childlike sense of wonder couldn't fix.
The Gambler is all about, after all, a childlike sense of wonder. Well, we're certainly going to miss you guys. I wish you could stay around for the rest of the festivities.
Yeah, it sounded like a blast, so we're pretty bummed.
Well, happy trails, man. I'm glad to see you made it out this far, and I wish you all the best of luck on the journey south.
Yeah, man, thanks. It's going to be a gamble home, so.
Yeah, right. The other teams hit the road, but they don't make it too far.
So we made it out of Gambler Town and stopped in a place for breakfast. And as soon as we pulled into the parking lot, the car didn't accelerate. It revved up, it didn't move. Yep, it's full. Doesn't smell too burnt. It's cooled off for about 45 minutes now, so we'll fire it up and hopefully we'll have a gear to be able to leave with. So far we have reverse. Moment of truth. Ooh, nothing.
Oh, shit. Part of the fun is, you know, maybe you don't make it. That's the gamble, right? Maybe we didn't make it this time.
So buying a used Gambler vehicle is probably one of the worst things you can do.
Yeah. These things get used and abused.
Yeah. So, calling in my lifeline. What can spin? Because I see a cable.
Just whack it as hard as you can without breaking it.
Yeah, I don't have much room to...
You should hit it really hard without breaking it. You'd be surprised how hard you can hit it.
Yeah, I'm not really... I have about 6 inches of...
You don't have a lot of swing room. That's why I'm saying give it everything you got, because you're not going to be able to break it. There's a needle, right?
Correct.
The needle that goes across the selector.
Yeah. The forward drive solenoids are dead, so we'd have to drop the pan and give those a whack directly, which we couldn't even drop the pan when we had the lift. I like Viking Funeral.
We do have 2 gas tanks.
Oh, we're gonna get a ration of shit.
Things go from devastating to completely fucked when the Salient team arrives on the scene.
Somebody need a ride? Do you think we want the mirrors or what? What do we want?
We'll give Salient 10 points for stealing parts of the Sig car.
Got a brand new K&N we have. What about these spark plugs? How good are they?
Take that battery.
So, how was the experience so far?
It's been awesome, man. Right from the get-go, it's definitely 100% Gambler DNA.
Yeah.
In this car, maybe a little bit too much previous Gambler DNA was left in this car.
Yeah. Salient got back on their way, but not without a stowaway, and not without trouble. Team Sig Sauer gets 10 points for stowing away on the Salient ship.
It's coming up. It's going down. Hold that up.
Yeah, it's gonna do it right there.
The 4-hour, 5.5-hour journey north to the off-road trail came to a merciful end. But now the real challenge starts. Gentlemen, we are now at the final challenge on Recoil's build-off. Are you ready for it?
Absolutely.
So there's only one boat standing at this point. How confident are you that you're actually going to make it down the trail?
100%.
100%? All right. So we have 0.9 miles.
We have no competition here, bro.
0.9 miles.
Okay,
All you have to
we
do.
got that. We can roll down.
I can probably walk that.
the Challenge Trail. There's the first one, there's the first hit.
Okay, yeah, just stay to your left, go into the woods. Yeah! Nice! Ah, there goes our exhaust. There we go. He's got to get momentum going through there, it won't happen.
You have got some articulation going there, brother. Rocket, give us some juice.
There you go. Good, 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 go, go! Oh, yeah! There you go. You're good. Nice!
You're here all the way through.
Better move, Swift.
Hit it!
Go, 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 yeah!
Most underestimated ride. Yeah, absolutely.
Hit it, Mike.
So, let's tally up the points and see about a final score. It looks like Sig took an early lead by showing up on time and bringing a professional driver with them. Then Salient and Noveske showed up with cars they'd been working on for quite a bit more than 48 hours. The trash pickup was uneventful, but a few points were awarded and deducted. No one tracked their miles, so that's 10 points for everyone. Stealing from the Sig car gets Salient another 10. Sawyer stowing away gets Sig 10 points. And finally, completing the off-road challenge, the last 0.9 mile, well, Salient gets 1 point for that. But they do get the Spirit Award. So your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Team Noveske for doing the most cheating. Well, that's it for this year's Gambler. If you guys want to participate, go grab a few buddies in a car, because the next one's just around the corner.